What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond, and welcome to Thorium Gaming. We're back with episode 36 of Freezer to Fallout. And last time we started delving into the Mechanists lab, or lair, or whatever you want to call it. And now we have to go and finish that off. It's been rather interesting. I've been trying to record this episode a couple of times, and things have been going wrong. But we've been dealing with a lot of robots, a lot of bad guys trying to kill us, bad bots trying to kill us, and a psychotic, enigmatic controller who may or may not be crazy. We're not really sure, but we'll find out as we go through here. And that's a radiation screen. Stim pack in there. Have been picking up a fair amount of decent junk traveling through here, though. Lots of aluminum and other things that have been giving us, well, options for when we return to the Commonwealth. We may have defeated the boogeyman that was the Institute, but that doesn't mean we're entirely done building up our forces just yet. And we are slightly overburdened now, which kind of sucks. But Ada will catch up to us eventually, and we can give her all of our spare scrap, and we'll deal with it. Room for brain extractions. If anyone ever tells you robo-brains aren't evil, well, their creation is evil, at the very least. There's a holotape down there. If you want to see how dark and gruesome this place actually is, do read the terminals on the computers. I'm not going to do it this time through because I want you guys to be able to experience that yourself, but this is pretty much the worst and creepiest place that we've come across thus far. Taking actual living human brains out of their bodies and throwing them into mechanical constructs. It's just bad. So let's jump a lot of our scraps off into Ada's inventory. That'll let us move at full speed again. We do have a ghost rifle, which is going to help. Now we came in over there, so it means we probably have to go this way. Of course, I'm taking the view that any robot in here is hostile. So I'm not taking any risks. Let's wander down here and see what these ambushers would have had for us. Must have missed one. It's a terminal password. Guessing we're going to need that in a bit here. Some whiskey, gas canister. I don't think that these guys had too good of a time when it came down to it. Fusion cores. Yeah, if only we had a Gatling laser. Might be one of the things that we invest in later on. Get a Gatling laser and start using all those fusion cores we have. And here's where we use the password. Again, I don't want to read the terminal entries because, one, they're disturbing, and two, you really should come in here and do this on your own. Out of all the DLCs available for Fallout 4, the Automatron is probably my favorite. And I wouldn't want to deny you the chance to come in and experience the gruesome reality of this place all on your own.
Over here.
Oh, we have seen this room from above a couple of times.
You may have infiltrated my sanctum and destroyed my
reign of terror. We should talk about this.
There seems to be some sort of misunderstanding here. Maybe we should talk about this.
The Commonwealth has suffered more than its fair share of injustices because of you. Now you'll face the full might of the Mechanists. My righteous robots will end your tyranny once and for all.
Alright, well that sounds rather ominous, and we're not going to stay close range. We're going to try and get some distance on these things. One problem with the Tesla rifle, or Tesla shotgun in this case, is the massive reload time that it has. And these robots are definitely doing some damage. Let's pop in, go to our inventory, and make it so they don't hurt us as much. We do have some better stuff down here. I know we have some Yaguai ribs, which will reduce our incoming damage. We got a psycho buff that should hurt, or not hurt, help, and some med eggs. I got a feeling we're going to have to stay mobile on this. We'll probably have to do a fair number of weapon swaps to keep ourselves on the go here. Thankfully, some of our weapons reload quicker than others. Turret does not sound good. And I was right. The turret is obviously rapid fire. So we can get our... Wow. I was going to say if we can get line of sight on it. But that little bastard right there... I'm guessing that's the turret bot down. Alright, so now these iBots are all going haywire. Alright, I'm really not taking any risks here. It might be a slight bit of overkill to deal with some of these bots with a Gauss rifle, but I'm not taking any risks. Alright, we are running low on Gauss ammunition, but that's okay. I'm willing to use them to get through this. Especially if we're dealing with things like this. Do not want anything that's designed to duel people getting close to me. Alright, so we've got past what I think is the tough part of this. Starting to have trash bots coming at us. Mechanist is throwing all they've got at us.
Warning. Warning. Hull failure is 10, 9. Come on. 8,
Has the longest countdown ever.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I don't think we're alone. 1.
Alright, it appears we have defeated the Mechanist.
Sparks, get the power back on.
Alright, so we have to talk to the Mechanist now, I'm guessing. So let's make sure that our black rim glasses are on for some extra charisma. And do we have anything in here that would make our charisma a lot better? We do have a day tripper. Drop that, and great stout.
This is a Dover scourge. I will not rest until I see the Commonwealth free of you.
Well, hear us out.
I'm not a villain. I just want you to hear me out. Face to face.
Very well. I will hear you out. But only for the sake of the Commonwealth. Sparks, with me.
Alright, so let's see who the Mechanist really is.
Let us discuss this amicably.
Who are you?
Who are you? Don't you think it's time you ditched that mask?
You're right.
I'm Isabel Cruz. The Mechanist was just an easy way for me to help the Commonwealth. But all my technical knowledge and all of these resources, and I still failed. How does the Commonwealth have any hope against people like you?
Wait. You're the enemy here.
Hey, I'm not the enemy. I'm the one trying to protect the Commonwealth against your robots.
They have taken innocent lives. My friends, they were simple traders, all dead at the hands of your robots.
That can't be right. Explain yourself.
The robots are misinterpreting orders.
Misinterpreting orders. Your own robo-brain said as much. They're saving people by killing them.
Saving by killing? No. It's the logic. It's there. I can see it now. I was hoping it was the robo-brains, an issue with their memory wipes. But you're right. Their primary directive was flawed.
Well, now you know the truth.
Now you know the truth. Your robots are dangerous. They had to be stopped.
The hero unknowingly became the villain. I wanted to help the Commonwealth. And robots are all I know. I found this place and figured I could finally do my part. I accept full responsibility. I can't take back what I've done, or even atone for it. But this doesn't have to end in violence.
Well, if you stand down...
I'm not here to kill you. Only to get you and your robots to stand down.
Done. Consider it done. And you won't regret this. I promise. None of the Commonwealth will. Here, take this. It's the password to the mainframe. You can use it to shut down the security protocols. I'd rather this place be in your hands now.
Alright, so we have to take control of the facility. Be nice if Ada was around to help us out, so we could transfer some of this junk over. We can put our patrolman sunglasses back on. So we'll go up in here, and as you guys can see, a lot of robo-brains doing all of this data entry work. Alright. So now we have to talk to Ada and talk to Isabel. Now maybe if we're going to be talking to her, we should keep those black rim glasses on just in case.
Hey, just one more thing. If you have a minute.
Go ahead.
Sure. Go ahead.
Oh, good. I just wanted to say I'm really happy, thankful that you've let me stick around here. And in order to show you that I'm done with the past, I want you to have this as a sort of promise, I guess. It's the Mechanist suit I made.
Alright, so the Mechanist armor. Not bad. But you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
I want to. I need to move on, and this just seemed the right way to handle it. There's one more thing. A much bigger thing. There are still robots out there. Lots of them. My communications are down, and I can't call them back. But I can tell you where they are, if you're interested.
Sure.
Sure.
Great. Let me see what we've got. Assuming this is accurate, looks like a whole swarm of bots traveling together. Who knows what kind of damage they're doing?
So that's the start of a repeatable quest from the Mechanist to disable rogue robots.
Hey.
How may I be of service? Your return is a relief. I trust the outcome was what you wanted.
Are you disappointed she's still alive?
Would you be disappointed to hear that I let her live?
I do have conflicting outlooks if that is the case. But I trust your judgment. If she lives, she does so with the guilt of what she's done.
Now this is a glitch that's in the Mechanists area. Ada was here, but she's talking like she wasn't. So, it can't happen.
I got her to see the truth. She's standing down.
So the Mechanist really was misguided. Did she reveal her motives and reasoning?
She truly wanted to help.
She truly wanted to help people. She didn't know what the robo-brains were doing. To her, a life saved was a life saved.
A biological wild card. The unknowns are vast. She had to know the risk she was taking by creating them. Many good people endured suffering and death because of the Mechanist. It's a shame a mind as brilliant as hers allowed such atrocities to be committed.
She's good at heart.
She's good at heart. She made a mistake. A big one. And she'll live with that guilt.
I believe I have a certain understanding when it comes to guilt. While it's not the justice I had hoped for, it will suffice. Still, I now know that the death of my friends has brought about a safer commonwealth. Had the Mechanist's robots remained unchecked, I'm certain that damage would have been extensive, halting, if not reversing, any progress that has been made here. With this knowledge, I am finally registering feelings of satisfaction and accomplishment. And I have you to thank for it.
Alright, so Ada, we're going to trade with you real quick, and we're actually going to take all the stuff off of you. And there's a reason for that. Because we have now completed the Mechanist's lair, and gotten rid of all of the evil that was the Mechanist's misguided attempts to save the Commonwealth, we have access to a rather unique location, otherwise known as the very building we're sitting in. This is one of the chief areas for anyone interested in building up your settlements. I'll explain that in just a second here. First off, we're going to go into the workshop, make sure we have access to it. Then we're going to go in and transfer all the parts over. And then we're going to get rid of all of our robot parts. All of our robots are going to be done out of the Mechanist's lair from now on. And we're still slightly overweight. I think we picked up some Brotherhood of Steel stuff while we were out there. And we don't need to keep it all on us. But we'll also put the Mechanist's armor and helmet in here. Throw that frag mine in. We're back underweight. So the reason why this is important, this is the Mechanist's lair. It's pretty much central to every other place. And because there's not really any room in here to grow food, you can pretty much rely on it to be a robot haven. And it comes equipped with a robo bench right away. So why should this matter at all? Well, it's rather simple and rather complicated all at the same time. The way that you set up your caravans, your trade routes, is important. And robots themselves do not contribute, they actually detriment the happiness of a settlement if they're there. That said, we can now use this as the supply point for all of our individual settlements. So to do that, with what we've picked up, we should be able to create another automaton. We're going to build that automaton. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to rename it, and we're going to call it Castle. Of course, if my caps lock wasn't on, that would help. So let's go in and do the most important things first. Storage armor. That's really going to help. So we're going to throw some storage armor. Some factory armor. Doesn't need a module because we're not going to be doing much with it. Might as well put the Protectron factory armor on its head too. Its left arm we're going to leave the same. Put some armor on it. We'll leave it as a spiked hand. Can't really put any hand armor on it right now because we're missing the rubber for it. Now if we could put some more storage armor on it, that would be great. But first thing we're going to do is we're just going to change it to, let's go with a female processed voice for the castle. And the color, let's make it black. Okay, so that's our Protectron right there. And what we're going to do is use Castle.
This unit is currently in factory default mode.
Yes, we'll turn on your personality subroutine.
Processing. The personalities.
This is all randomly stuff. Let's turn it on.
That would...
Acknowledged. A pleasure to see you again, sir. Are you ready to depart?
We are not. So we'll...
Actually, I'll be back later.
Very well, sir.
So it's a damaged robot altogether. But let's go in here. Mechanist's lair. Do we actually have what we need to create settled waypoints? I think we do. Create the workshops there. Which should allow us to create convoys between the two. I'm almost positive it should. Why I'm going through this like this, I don't know. But while we're in here, let's upgrade whatever we can upgrade to make ourselves a little bit more efficient. We can't upgrade gun nut anymore. How's our science looking? There we go. Now science 4 is a big thing, and we're going to be using that in a little bit here. So what we need to do, I don't know if it's through the talk menu with the robots, or if we actually have to do something else.
Actually,
I think it's through something else. we may have to fast travel out and back first, but we do have castle here for that purpose. Essentially, we'll just use the Mechanist lair as the convoy position. And robots, who require nothing, as kind of our helper monkeys. This entire place can be built up, and with the Automatron DLC, you have the ability to develop a whole bunch of stuff here. But for right now, we're not going to be dealing with any of that. I really want to just... let's fast travel there and see if it's just a minor glitch. There we go. That's not what I wanted. I'm guessing we may have to leave and come back in, which is entirely fine. There's a lift right here. Take it. It will take us up to the surface and the back entrance of the Mechanist's lair. Place you can use to get in and out of it quickly. Some random stuff in here that we can probably snag up. None of that's really vitally important, but we'll go out to the Commonwealth. So, we passed by here in an earlier episode, and I told you it would be vital later on, and this is why. It leads down into the Mechanist's lair. Now that we're back in here, I totally derped, and I realize now why we weren't able to set up the supply lines. I was doing it the wrong way. That's what I get for being a little bit silly on some days. Not thinking clearly, obviously. Back down into the Mechanist lair. And you got our good buddy Castle here. So we'll go in, and you will be a supply line to the castle. And now that that's done, this robot will work its way out and go towards the castle. So if we look at our map and go to our supply lines, there we go. So now we can continually build robots here and send them out to our different places to connect all of our settlements. So if any two settlements are connected, so for instance right now we just have the castle and the Mechanist's lair connected. If we connect any other settlement to the Mechanist's lair, the people at the castle will have access to the resources of the other ones. So we do have the Starlight Drive-In that has a fair number of people, but really low happiness right now. We've got Sanctuary, got Abernathy Farm, Sunshine Co-op, Grey Garden, pretty much all of what we'd be expecting to see. So let's go over and see if we can throw together another automaton. I'm not sure if we'll be able to build one right now. We lack the required components. But, at the end of the day, we can reassign robots here that we build later on, and then send them out as supply chains. So anything we dump in the Mechanist's lair right now will be accessible by the castle, and vice versa. The castle, or the Mechanist's lair, is a place that doesn't have access to water or food, really. So it's a good idea just to use it for robots. It's also a great place to use as a storage container of sorts. All of these platforms are able to be dismantled and their equipment used for other things. I don't know why I hit tab just there. But the entire facility has a bunch of scrap and everything in it. And if we gather up a little bit of it, toss it into our workbench down here, we'll be able to use it at the castle to build more there if we need to. And that's the benefit of having supply chains. Now, out in the world, we will see Castle with a pack Brahmin wandering around and transporting things between the castle and here. Every other robot we build towards those ends will do the same thing. So let's go back up to the surface after we quickly scan the other iBots and everything that we've got down here. They'll be gone eventually. We'll go back up to the surface and we'll do a little bit of exploring. We're going to be gathering up some resources before we go on our trip to Far Harbor or to Nuka World. And we still have the option of picking the fight with the Brotherhood of Steel. To do that, though, we're going to need to build up our forces is not really the right word, but it's the word I'm going to go with. So we still have a lot that we could compete with out in the wilds of the Commonwealth. And that's Bunker Hill right there, I think. Might as well use up some more of our fusion rounds while we're out here. But the end goal for the next little bit, since we have defeated the Mechanist, and now actually have Isabella as one of our soldiers, I guess. It's good to have a tech expert on your side. We're going to start building up a few of our settlements. We're going to turn them into working, effectual settlements, and we will do the Vault DLC while we're at it. Assuming we don't run into any more Rust Devils. You know, after fighting the Mechanist and all of her robots, this doesn't seem that bad. Seems like that bridge was really cooking off. Oh, it's a legendary Rust Devil. So we'll possibly get another legendary item that's of some decent value out of that. Let's check these other Rust Devils before we go across the bridge. We were going to head to Bunker Hill anyway. Assuming that this Rust Devil didn't get completely exploded, but it looks like they did. So check the legendary one out, see what they had on them. Not bad overall. Did weigh us down a little bit too much. But since we've completed the Mechanist's assault, cleared the Commonwealth of that, I think that's a good place to stop for this week, guys. So a little bit of a shorter episode, but kind of knew that coming into it. So if you liked the video, guys, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, be part of our community, just hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. And remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win. And until next time, take care.